So John Humbert got in contact with me over social media. Stop me if you've heard this before. And the two of us had an exchange that went absolutely nowhere. I had another wholly unproductive conversation with John Humbert, who styles himself as someone that is genuinely concerned about gaming. If you aren't aware, I uploaded a commentary which really was just a segue for another video that I have planned. Like, it's just kind of amazing to me that this and another event that just came up has prevented me from continuing on with researching and finishing that video. I unfortunately have things that are now obstructing me from working on the content that I like to work on, and this is one of those videos to where I feel as though that I have to address the fact that, you know, again, this was me reaching out to someone that sent me a barrage of tweets on Twitter. I reached out to him and I asked, is it possible for you and I to engage in any kind of a meaningful dialogue on this issue of gaming? Not your fucking wife. No one gives a fuck about your wife, John. No one fucking cares. Only you saw it as an issue. Are you willing to speak with me on this fucking issue? And of course, as it was before, he is unwilling. He wasted my fucking time. And it's amazing because I had an epiphany right at the end of this fucking conversation, because this is the second fucking time, dude, that you've done this. You found a fucking reason where you didn't want to speak to me, you said your piece, and then that was it. When you're trying to put the onus on me as being the bad guy in this situation, when I said multiple fucking times, I understand that you're upset that I featured this image. Let's roll the clip. For whatever reason, when you speak to a journalist about straightforward things, their brains seem to turn into fucking goo. Although with the smallest amount of research, you can find rather predictable circumstances as to why certain people become so fucking dense when it comes to understanding why some other people do not want derivative Marxist horseshit criticism targeting them or their hobbies. This one fucking segment in my video, one fucking segment, where I showed the image of your wife's personal profile on Twitter that you linked to in your own fucking profile, and you used that as an obstruction to prevent us from having any kind of a dialogue. You did that. You did it, not me, because I was willing to say to you, what can I do? Other than take down the video and remove that section, what can I do to remedy this situation? What can I do to pacify you so that you're willing to engage with me on a real basis, so that we can continue and have an actual fruitful fucking conversation? What can I do? And you led me on for 45 fucking minutes and nothing came of it. Nothing came of this fucking conversation. You sent me this fucking barrage of tweets. I didn't send you fucking anything. The point of this fucking video wasn't to rehash a previously unproductive conversation, John. That wasn't the fucking point. I uploaded this to say to my audience that this is one time in the past where I've tried to reach out to the press and nothing came of it, and that this was leading to a much bigger video. And yet again, you proved my fucking point by wasting my fucking time on Twitter. You send me all this shit, this barrage of bullshit, and you aren't willing to engage me. And you see yourself as in the situation where you're on this fucking moral high horse that you can speak down to me as if I need your approval to have any kind of credibility, as you put it again and again. I have credibility to my fucking audience. I speak to gamers. I speak to people that are actual consumers. I don't give a fuck about the non-gamers. I don't fucking care about the press. I don't need their approval. I don't need your approval. The only approval that I require is that of my audience, because those are the people that fucking listen to me. The fact that you think that I require you for anything is ass backwards. Who you need to convince is people such as myself, because we make up the core of this subculture. You can look at the fucking evidence if you don't understand the fact that the majority of people that buy video games have no affiliation with the notion of being a gamer. They have no affiliation with being that of a gamer. I do. My audience does. You may as well, but you speak for, and I speak for, if we speak at all for, a very small contingent of this fucking medium, of people that consume these products, which, for whatever reason, you don't understand, it has eclipsed cinema. Video games are the top-selling medium in the fucking world, in the United States. These fucking products sell more than any other. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We are bigger than any fucking other. And yet you don't allow this information to enter your mind, to understand that your position does not make any sense, which is something that I continued to say to you again and again and again. Your position does not make any fucking sense. And it's amazing to me that someone can have that kind of view. Someone has a view that conflicts with the most basic empirical evidence. How is it possible that there is this massive contingent that would otherwise play games if not for the fact that Dead or Alive Extreme has been published? Dead or Alive Extreme has prevented some contingent of Americans from playing fucking video games. That is a claim that requires a mass amount of evidence because it is contrary to the fact that 50% of the fucking country plays video games. More people play video games than fucking vote. Do you not get that? Do you not fucking understand how big of an audience actually fucking play video games? Does that not factor into your fucking mind? I don't need to tell you how frustrating it is just to converse with you because of just how little you give a shit about getting to the actual fucking issue. You can't help yourself but to find something to prevent having an actual conversation. Because I cited the fact that your wife is a self-identified feminist, which every person on my channel, every fucking person finds relevant. You might not see it as ethical, but I don't fucking care. I included it in the video because it's relevant to the video and to my fucking channel. Every person listening to this, every fucking person on my channel didn't give a shit about contacting your wife or harassing your wife or doing anything involving your spouse. No one gives a shit. What it speaks to is your point of view, your perception of gaming. It speaks to your perspective, you fucking dunce. And the thing is too, right, this is something that I cited in the original video. I pointed to the fact that you are intentionally dense. You are not this fucking stupid. No one is this fucking stupid as to not understand the difference between actually engaging in someone's argument and finding a reason to not engage in someone's argument. You found your own fucking reason for not engaging me and then didn't understand that it was a fucking fallacy. You don't understand that just because I cited this fucking image in my video that somehow I lost the argument. I'm done. I'm completely written off as someone that's not a rational actor. I have no dog in this fight. That I'm somehow illegitimate. I have no credibility. What does it matter? What does it fucking matter if I have any credibility so long as I actually have a coherent fucking argument? Why are you so obsessed with the semantics? Why are you so obsessed with the fact that I did one fucking thing that was relevant to what I was speaking to, which is people influencing the press? Feminism is relevant in gaming, you fucking retard. Do you not understand that? Do you not understand why I chose to include that fucking image as to why it was necessary when it is relevant to gaming? Because what you speak to later in this fucking slew of tweets that you sent me, what you speak to illustrates the fact that you, in fact, have a bias in this. You, in fact, are biased. Despite all your horseshit about pretending to be objective as if it has no relevance to your viewpoint on gaming, you have a fucking clear bias in this fucking conversation and I'll just display the tweets. Let's just do it right now. Display the fucking tweets right now as to what you talk about in relation to Dead or Alive, which we went back and forth on multiple times for me to get out of you the fact that you think because a foreign nation is publishing this game, it makes gaming illegitimate or lose credibility. Some people see this game being played by other people and something happens as a result. And I'm going to tell you right now, John Humbert, I am going to buy this motherfucking game, a collector's edition of it, and I also plan to do a fucking giveaway on my channel at some point, just to spite cunts like you that think you can dictate your morality to people like me. I don't fucking care what you don't like to play. I don't fucking care. No one fucking does. No one fucking cares what you don't like. And the fact that you do think it matters shows to everyone your perspective. Because someone else enjoys something, it needs to be taken away from them. It needs to be removed. It needs to be altered. It needs to be minimized or no platformed or fucking whatever. Whatever you're actually fucking speaking to. Because you are as nebulous as you've ever fucking been. A vague opinion is not a fucking argument, despite what you might think. And here's the thing, okay? What you said to Sargon, what you said to Alim Bakari, does not fucking matter to me. I don't give a fuck what you spoke to them about. You're speaking to me. I'm an individual. I'm a person. I'm not Sargon of Akkad. He has his own channel. I'm not him. I'm not Alim Bakari. I'm not a writer for Breitbart. I don't have some kind of publication backing me. This is my channel. I speak for me, and I don't represent any other fucking person. So when you say to me that you expect something from me, no, you don't. You don't expect fucking anything from me. You don't know who the fuck I am. You don't know who I am, you don't know my channel, you don't know anything about me. And the fact that you expect something from me is your fault. You expect something out of someone you don't know. And the problem is, I'm not going to give you shit. The only thing you're going to get is this fucking video as a response to your bullshit and time wasting. Because what I need to demonstrate to my audience or to any person that watches this video is that you are not worth dealing with. You're not worth the fucking time. You waste people's fucking time over the fact that you have a irrational, authoritarian perspective on gaming. You believe, understand this, you believe you understand gaming objectively and that you have a better worldview than I do in relation to what kind of games should be played, should be made. You can fucking try to contradict that, but what it's going to require is for you and I to get in a fucking hangout or on a Skype call and hash it out, which I'm willing to do, but you aren't, because you're a cunt. You're a pussy, and you aren't willing to actually engage someone other than just wasting their fucking time on social media. You can equivocate all you fucking want about this fact. You can equivocate about your perspective on this and cite particular games that you find to be objectively better than others. That's fucking great. You have an opinion. How fucking special for you, John. You are not someone that is going to get beyond someone's fucking courtesy to you. Someone's fucking civility to you. When that is irrelevant to someone's argument. That is all that matters, is what someone is arguing. And I'm not the person calling for gaming to change. I'm not the person doing that. You are. You are the person with the perspective that says gaming needs to change for X reason. Or else something. Because reasons. You never actually fucking elaborate as to what you're actually talking about here. You just see certain games as wholly illegitimate. And that does not make any fucking sense. That is an irrational position. It does not have any substance to it. Regardless of what you think about the acceptance in mainstream media, or to old folk, or fucking cunts that don't play video games. I don't care what they think. I don't fucking care what the press thinks of me, of my channel, of gaming. I don't fucking care. And that's the thing you can't seem to understand, is the fact that I don't care what other people think of me in relation to playing video games. Regardless of what people think about video games or gamers, I'm a gamer. I play video games. This has always been something that's been a part of my life, is playing video games and being a gamer. What you think of that means nothing to me. I'm not so insecure that I need other people to fucking like me to have a hobby. It's an irrational position, John, and it's amazing that you don't understand this, but you aren't alone, right? You aren't alone in this fucking ridiculous perspective. There are so many like you that think they understand the world. They understand gaming. They understand gamers. So I'm just going to end this commentary with the same thing that I said in the original. Stop dictating to artists what they're allowed to create. Stop dictating to other people what they should or shouldn't be fucking creating. What's it to you what I play? What's it to you what I like? What's it to you what an artist creates? Why do you believe that an artist should have boundaries as to what they should be allowed to create? The only people that say to an artist what they are allowed to create is a fascist. That's the only perception where you have to intrude on someone that has a creative mind simply putting pen to fucking paper, drawing something. Do you not understand how insanely authoritarian that is? I don't think you understand it. Like, that's the problem, is that you have a warped perspective and you're just not aware at all of it. You're just not aware of the fact that you oppose a free market. You aren't willing to have a market where people are allowed to buy what they want and like what they want. You see that as an issue. So I'm going to make this simple, okay? If you see this video again, and it's not really for you, it's more of my audience to just show yet again what a waste of a time it is to even address the press, this is how I'm going to leave it. If you want to contact me again, if you want to send me a slew of tweets, if you want to engage me again, be willing to engage me for real. Stop wasting my fucking time. If you aren't willing to get in a hangout with me, if you aren't willing to, it doesn't even have to be a stream. I just want you and I to actually address this because you proclaim to be some sort of fucking messiah for gaming. I'm the only guy at some local affiliate that's so pro-gamer and pro-gaming. And yet you're not willing to address me at all. At all. You don't want to have a conversation about this in any way. If you want to get in contact with me, I have a business email attached to this channel. You can send me an email. I don't want to receive any fucking tweets from you. I don't want to receive any bullshit. If you want to send me an email and actually hash this out, then do so. If you don't want to fucking do that, don't send me anything. Fuck off. Don't waste my fucking time.